You have to reprogram your mind into telling yourself that you do know that you can get started today. It's just a choice. It's just a decision. And once you get started, you are going to find deeper meaning and more clarity on what you want to do. Hey, welcome to the Meant to Thrive podcast, episode number 4, what to do when you do not know where to start. I'm so excited that you're joining me today because a lot of entrepreneurs face this issue. They know that they want to turn their pain into purpose. They know they have a message to share with the world, and they know they want to make a huge impact. However, they just don't know where to start. So today in this entrepreneurial pep talk, I'm going to give you a little bit of clarity and get you on the right tracks to sharing your message. If this is your first time listening in, my name is Marissa Johnson and I am a business mindset coach. And I am on a mission to help you overcome your mental blocks and limiting beliefs so that you can grow the business that you want to make an impact in this world. If you're anything like me, you are not the average entrepreneur because the difference is you have a huge story to share. Perhaps you've just recently overcome some adversity, or maybe you did many years ago. And now that you're finding peace with yourself, you're wanting to help others. And by helping others, it also helps you heal even more. There's only one problem, and that is you keep telling yourself that you don't know where to start. This is a limiting belief, okay? What is a limiting belief? You'll hear me saying this phrase or these couple of words a lot. A limiting belief is exactly what it sounds like. It's something that you're telling yourself that is limiting you or hindering you from getting to that next step and getting to where you want to be. Today's pep talk is surrounding that limiting belief of, quote, I don't know where to start. You're not the only one that has experienced these feelings because a lot of times people don't know where to start. I'm going to share my story. So if you're new here, you might not know, but if you do, just a little recap. So my son was born with congenital heart disease and we were inpatient for 204 days. It was pure agony, seeing him go through multiple surgeries and procedures and just in pain all the time. And we never got to go home until that 204-day period. While I was nearing the end of that inpatient stay, I knew within my heart that he was gonna be okay and we were gonna make it home. And I also knew that I wanted to do something huge and I wanted to make an impact. Only thing was, I really didn't know what it was and I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what to do. My heart was always in the right place. I knew I wanted to uplift others. I wanted to send positive messages and I wanted to share our story so that other people can find hope, even when they're going through something really, really tragic. The first part about finding out where to start is to do exactly what I did and ask yourself what impact it is that you want to make. With what you've gone through, you have your story to share. And that's going to be a big part of your messaging because it's going to help uplift those that you also want to serve in some form or another. Here's the crazy thing about this limiting belief of I don't know where to start. Your unconscious mind tells you where to start and is constantly giving you hints as to what the next step to take is. It's very, very interesting and fascinating what the mind can do. Because you're probably feeling similar to what I felt while I was at the end of my inpatient stay. My heart was telling me I want to raise funds for the Heart Center. I want to spread hope. I want to spread positivity. I want to send positive messages to the world. I just don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know that's what I want to do. And you may be feeling these exact same feelings. You know what you want to do. You just don't really have a means to get there. I think it's really beautiful how the brain works and how your brain's constantly reminding you and giving you hints on what you actually want to do. The tough part is actually listening to those thoughts, knowing that it's coming from a really good place inside of you, and really the toughest part is trying not to fight them. But if you're listening to this right now and you're not sure what to do or where to start, my best piece of advice is to listen within, understand what you want to do, and all you have to do is pick an avenue. The hardest part is starting. I know, I've experienced it, but that's exactly what you have to do. Just start. Do it now. I can say that multiple times throughout this podcast. Do it now. Whatever it is that you know you want to share, just pick one thing. It may be the thing you're going to stick with for a long term, or it may be a short-term thing that you're kind of realizing like, actually, I don't like the avenue I chose. What I ended up choosing was making bracelets to spread awareness for congenital heart disease. And I wanted to do this because I love beach bracelets. I wear them all the time, and I love that carefree feeling, and I'm that person that's gonna wear it until it breaks and falls off. I thought for myself this would be an amazing avenue to send a message with the bracelet that spreads positivity and hope, and also spreads awareness of congenital heart disease, and raises funds for the Heart Center. So that's the avenue I chose. It was hitting the 3 things that I knew deep within me I wanted to accomplish with my goals, and I just chose one and I started. Never have I ever made a beach bracelet before. However, there's this magical thing called YouTube where you can type in how to and pretty much do anything, and it'll teach you how to do it. So that's exactly what I did. Where to start? I chose my idea. I wanted to roll with it. Didn't really have any experience in this and didn't know what to do. So I went to YouTube, figured it out, bought supplies, started making some designs, and voila, I created Mikey's Mission. So if you're struggling making a decision right now, remember, do it now. If you know your purpose and you know what you want to accomplish, pick an avenue and roll with it. It might change, and that's okay. But the point is to start, because if you do not start, you will not learn if that's really what you're meant to be doing, right? So I want to give you a few more tips on how you can make this an impactful business and turn that pain into purpose. First off, stop telling yourself that I don't know where to start. Instead, you are now going to say, I am going to start, and I am going to see if this is what is right for me and fits along what I'm trying to do. You have to reprogram your mind into telling yourself that you do know that you can get started today. It's just a choice. It's just a decision. And once you get started, you are going to find deeper meaning and more clarity on what you want to do. So choosing your avenue or the direction that you want to go. First things first, asking yourself, what is the story you're trying to tell? What is the pain that you're turning into purpose? Who are you serving and how? Start asking yourself what you're naturally gifted at, and this is going to give you a lot of headway in the direction that you can go. Because although I had never made a bracelet before, I could easily go to YouTube and look it up, but I've always been very artsy and really good with my hands. I had another business way back right after college where I was a balloon artist and a face painter. And I took art all throughout high school. So I knew that picking up a crafty type of item would be easy for me and that I could easily start an Etsy. But everybody has their God-given talents, and you have to ask yourself, what is yours? Is it public speaking? Maybe it's something to do with websites or computer programming. Maybe it has to do with some type of sports. And other times, maybe it's music, instruments, singing. There's so many things. And the biggest thing is to remind yourself that you do have God-given talents. There is a gift inside of you. We just gotta pull it out. So let's pull out an example. Let's say you're really good at writing. Perhaps you could start writing short stories, or maybe even start writing a book, a super inspirational book. Perhaps you can start writing a virtual journal or a blog. There are so many ways that you can just get started today. Once you know exactly what the outcome of what it is you're trying to do, and you've picked an avenue, a direction that you're gonna go based off your talents, then you just gotta choose a platform that you're going to start on. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you so that you can take the guesswork out of it. What is the number one platform that you are currently on? That is the one that your target audience is probably on the most as well. So for me, that's Instagram. However, I love YouTube as well. So I make YouTube videos and these are easily converted as podcast episodes. So it's kind of like dual purpose. But pick one, just one, because that's the one that you're going to master. And that's the one that you can start growing a following on so that you can make your impact. Remember to give yourself grace because starting anything new can be scary sometimes. You just got to tell yourself to take that leap of faith and jump for it and fly because you have so much purpose and so many gifts that you can share with the world. And the worst thing possible is waiting another day to not sharing that with somebody that really needs what you have to offer. And just as a side note, God did not put you on this earth and help you overcome that adversity for you to just keep it to yourself and not share, because you have a story to tell and you are not waiting. You're not waiting. Do it now. Get started today. People are literally waiting, begging for something in their life that you have and that you can gift to them. So, remembering that, you should no longer be telling yourself, I don't know where to start, because the whole point is just to get started. So let's just do a quick recap. First things first is maybe meditating or praying or just sitting in silence and asking yourself, what is the outcome? What is the purpose of what I'm wanting to do? Who do I want to help? Who do I want to serve? And remember that who you want to serve is exactly who you were 5 years ago, 1 year ago, a few months ago, whenever it is that you overcame what you overcame, okay? Whatever you were feeling back then is what you are going to turn into that purpose and help others get through because you've gotten through it, right? Next is picking the direction and avenue you want to go. So saying, what are my God-given talents? What can I do, or what product or course could I make to sell and get my message out into the world? And this, once again, not feeling guilty about money here because people are literally waiting for you and your gift that you can share. This profit, whether it's to benefit your own life or to raise funds for a cause, is completely up to you. So just remember, whatever direction it is that you're taking is for an amazing cause, and you can always change what that direction is. Trial and error, baby. Do it now. That's the whole point of this, right? And lastly, you're just gonna choose that platform that you know that you're constantly going to, because that's probably where your target audience is, and you're going to start posting, sharing your story, and building a following so that you can share your message and make your impact. Once again, I'm Marissa Johnson. I'm a business mindset coach helping you overcome your limiting beliefs and mental blocks so that you can get to that life of abundance and make that huge impact that you are destined to make. Make sure to follow and also comment below with your current mental blocks and limiting beliefs. What is it that's stopping you or holding you back from getting to that next level? You may know what it is, or you might not, and that's okay. It's my job to help you figure it out. So comment below, and I'm so excited to create more entrepreneurial pep talks just for you and turning that pain into purpose. I am so glad and blessed that you are here learning to take that leap of faith and get to exactly where you know you're supposed to be. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.